Dream.
Okay. Okay. Welcome back, everyone.
Thank
We're
you.
picking up at the end of a rather grueling exploration of the jungle temple. Your mission was to come here and arbitrate a dispute between House Deneath and House Thrashk over what they said was a large quantity of dragon shard. Upon your arrival, you found that Havris and Jack had gone ahead in the temple with a group of unknown players. The two houses, in a modicum of peace, leaving a prisoner in their care as the rest of you headed off into the temple. During this time, you faced many challenges, trials, and cunning traps. Upon making it to the lowest level of the dungeon, you found Jack badly beaten and in charge, while Havris appeared to be under some type of magical influence by the unknown cultists. As you confronted this group, it was clear that Havris would not be returning to you. During the battle, he fell. He was taken out by Kraz. Additionally, upon his death, he was some type of resurrection took place, and he came back in a monstrous form. When everything seemed dire, you had Xanon and Jack stay behind, and the four of you were barely able to make it through a hole that Xanon was able to blast in the wall. As soon as you guys entered in, some blast knocked down the rest of the opening, sealing you guys off in an unknown cave. You, badly broken, barely hanging on, and in a dark, unknown cave.
What is
the thing? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I think we need to rest. I have no health.
Control Flames is a cantrip.
Nice.
So you want it just about half of the normal distance of a torch?
Half the normal distance, and I'll make it blue, so it's more subtle.
Okay.
Hey, Pitts.
How's things?
Jordan is here.
All right.
You're in a different spot.
I did. I've relocated from the basement in order to optimize where the baby gets to sleep when it comes in August.
Oh, man.
Inconveniently, I am closer to the Legos.
Perfect.
I don't know if you could see that.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's Legotopia.
That's nature intended.
Okay.
It's like 50 years worth of Legos there.
Are those the kids' Legos or your Legos?
All the Legos are all the Legos, so the kids get the new ones, and they get to use my old ones, and I get to use their new ones. It's kind of win-win.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep. Yeah, I've got some that I inherited from my cousin, like the old Galaxy Explorer and stuff like that. I haven't built it since I was 11, but the pieces are there.
I like it.
Yeah. Those are from like 1978. They predate my existence.
Ryan, are you trained with medicine?
I'm not trained, but I have 2 skill points in it.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm somewhat trained.
No, if it's not checked, you're not trained.
Oh, hold on, let me check then.
If you have points in it, it's just your wisdom that's adding the points, most likely.
It's-
We're not leveled up yet, Pitts. We have to have a long rest.
Thank you.
And I don't know if we're leveling up. I don't remember if it makes sense.
All right. That actually will. All right, that will stabilize. Aragnis.
Well, he was stabilized already.
He was. I'm gonna give him 1 hit point.
Okay.
And he is now conscious.
Hooray!
In case you needed to feel worse about your situation, Jordan has more hit points.
Yep.
What happened?
Not many.
Close call.
Where's Xanon?
I'm off in the dark on the map all by myself. Is that by design?
Uh,
You should see
you
it.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
You should see everyone else.
Maybe he's not listed as a player token?
I see my token.
Refresh your browser just to be safe.
I say to Aragnis, Xanon didn't make it. It fell before he got here. Keep quiet. There's voices or something.
There's a creature or something digging through the rocks.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah, you don't look good. Worse than normal.
Matt, are you happy with the light, or do
Oh
you
yeah,
want
there we go.
to control
It's not-
it a little bit more?
It's not blue. I'm really frustrated with that.
Here, you know what?
I'm just kidding. It's okay.
What a bastard.
I almost asked where Brian was.
How's that?
Oh, beautiful. Perfect. I'll go peek around the corner.
That's probably a good idea. Leave the torch with us, or I can cast a light spell too if we need to.
The torch is dimmer than normal, so I can't see in the dark. So
Oh, okay.
I need a torch, and it should be dimmer than the light spell. I'll be right back. Which direction did we hear the sounds coming? The rocks and stuff. And was it voices as well, or just the rock sounds?
It's hard to tell, because it's a cave system, and so it just kind of feels like it's coming from all over.
All right.
Because of the echoes. You can hear rocks. You definitely heard more this way than this way. So the majority of the sound is coming from here.
Okay. I have a question. If I'm holding a torch and I'm invisible, would the light still be present?
It's Jeremy.
Or would I have to give the torch to someone and then take it, and then it'd be a floating torch? Or would it become invisible with me?
Let's see. So I would say, because you can take things with you when you're invisible, it's not just like you that becomes. You're not like the Invisible Man where you can see their clothes. you would probably be able to manipulate it. So you'd have two options: the light is visible and you can see, or the light is invisible, or it's invisible and casts no light.
Would the torch be visible?
The torch would not be visible.
Okay,
The
I would
light
like
could be.
I would like the blue light to be visible.
Okay.
And I would like to go invisible myself
Okay.
as I'm scouting.
Ryan, are you going to cast light on anything?
Yeah, I'll probably cast it on a rock behind us.
Okay. Let's see.
Try to kind of damper the light a little bit, so make like a little cove. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say you're able to kind of cast some light, or kind of. You're able to put some rocks so that it stays somewhat dim. Yours is not blue, however, so you won't really see the difference until Kraz leaves. So, Kraz, you are invisible.
I would
You're
like
free to move about the cavern.
I would like to stealth.
Okay, roll your stealth. Okay, you did. Perfect.
Tell me should I take 5 foot steps, or can I
Oops.
just
hold on.
explain what I'm doing and you can tell me when I get to something interesting?
You can explain what you're doing.
All right, I'm going to creep around the caverns as a little blue light, but slowly, looking for the sign of where those sounds are emanating from, or an exit.
You definitely hear some a shift in rocks from over here.
I would not go in that direction yet.
Okay.
If I would want to go away from the sound first.
Okay.
If
you can
that's
start heading
okay.
that way.
Okay.
Okay, you start to see some rocks spilling out. And in the dimness of the light, you can see a little bit more rocks. And it looks like there's quite a few rocks. You don't see or sense anything else. You could probably take another step. All right. And again, kind of the same thing. So if you go a little bit closer, you can now see it looks like there are a couple tunnels here, potentially. And what it looks like is this is a wall for sure. And it looks like the cave-in has blocked these two tunnels. You can't even see any light coming from these.
Does it look so? It looks impassable, or it would take a long time to clear rocks?
It
Or
is
is it more like
currently
that?
impassable,
Okay.
but it's hard to say with the light you currently have how impassable, like whether or not the rocks
Okay.
could be moved.
Okay. All right. I will head back up toward where the sound is.
Okay, make another stealth roll for me.
Yep. I mean, it is a light that's moving around, so I'm...
Yeah. All right, so you off to your right here, you definitely see some more rocks. And as you can see, they go all the way to the top. You're not seeing any more.
Okay.
And as you're standing there, you hear a little bit of a shift in the rocks here. But it kind of looks like things are still kind of falling.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay.
And I'd like to continue up,
Okay.
away from the wall.
Yep.
It's looping around. Oh.
Okay, so you can see the light, the dim light over here that Regic placed.
Mm-hmm.
But you can definitely see that there is another opening this way.
Alright, I'd like to continue up that way.
Okay.
I'd like to loot all the treasure that's in this chest where no one can see.
Bastard.
Kraz walks back. Do I hear jingling coins in his pocket?
Hopefully not, or his stealth is pretty bad.
My stealth was pretty bad. I'll keep going until there's something of note, so you can drag me where
All right.
you feel it's appropriate.
All right. As you step over into here, you can see another cave-in, and as you explore the rest of this, it is you can't find any other exits. You hear again some rock shifting and some echoes over this way, but that's about it.
Are the rocks more dense here?
These rocks are much more dense here.
Okay. So it was back. I'm moving my character just to remember. Yeah. So these ones were not super as dense.
Not
from what
super
I can
dense.
tell. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And same thing with one down here. Not super dense.
Okay. All right. I'll head back to the group.
Okay.
I'm going to remain invisible until an hour has passed or something. But I say, oh, what? There's nothing down here yet. We can see there's a couple of block passageways. There's some movement on the other side of 2 or within 2, and one looks incredibly impassable. The other passageways, I don't know. Perhaps with some work we could clear them, or maybe it's a rescue party trying to clear out the other end. I don't know. But I kept my voice quiet. I didn't talk.
This is a rescue party.
I think we just need to rest for now because we're in no condition to be moving rocks. We're all happy.
I think that's a great idea. I would prefer to go away from this rock pile and go up this way. If you follow the bouncing blue light.
All right. Dink, dink.
I want to go up to this little place away from the looser pathways.
Actually, I'm gonna make sure I grab my rock and bring it with me.
Okay. How long does that still last for?
Let me check.
The light? It will last.
Yeah.
You can just keep casting it.
1 hour.
Where are we going? We're going north?
Yeah.
I don't know. Apparently I can move. There's no walls. I've gotten lost in the dark.
Why would you move?
Hold on. Just stop. Hold on.
Okay. What are these extra handouts, Nate, up here? These items? There's a couple items here that I don't remember.
Some of them might be for the other group.
It is possible.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Which ones in particular?
The half plate and sentinel shield.
Yep. Those are for the other group.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
I know. What ends up happening is I just share it with everyone and then I forget to...
yeah, no worries. I'll just equip it.
Finders keepers, right?
Exactly.
It's in our
Property of
handouts.
Aragnis.
Yeah, let's long rest here if we can.
Sounds good.
Probably got a little excited about that sentinel shield, didn't you?
I did. Like what? Like I don't remember seeing that.
Sounds way better than your cursed thing.
Well, that's a sword. I don't have a special shield, so.
Gotta have one of each.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so you guys are going to take a long rest, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What are you setting up for watch orders?
What exactly? Like I've never done this. What does a long rest entail?
8
So
hours.
a long rest
Oh.
is, basically.
What- 8
Rest
hours?
rest and meditation. You need to spend. You can't spend more than an hour not concentrating on. Like you can't have any heavy activity with those 8 hours, but you have to be thinking about your spells or meditating or sleeping or a mixture of all of those. Practicing with your sword on watch.
You can be disrupted for I think upwards to 20 minutes.
Yeah, so I think as long as it's under an hour.
Yeah.
Spells back?
Hmm?
You get all your spells back?
After. So if you're interrupted partway through, you don't have them back yet.
How much health do you get back?
All of it. Well,
All of
no.
it.
Oh, is it all of it? Yeah, because we can.
It's a long rest, so it's all of it.
Yeah.
So what about Jordan? He can do a watch as well as rest at the same time, right?
Correct.
Is that something?
Yeah. That's an advantage that we have.
So some you guys, depending how you want things to go, you can double up rather than the 4-hour watches. We usually did 4-hour watches, but now how long's a long rest? 8 hours technically.
I think so. Yeah.
8, yeah.
All right. So I can rest for both of those.
Yeah.
Jordan
so
will
it's,
take all
it's-
of the watches with all of the others.
So, so if you're going to have watches, then a long rest or a resting period becomes longer than 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone needs to be resting for 8 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. So
Except for Jordan, right?
except for me,
Right. So it's a
I get
12.
my 8 hours first.
Yeah, you need to sleep if your race requires it. You need to sleep for at least 6 of the 8 and perform no more than 2 hours of light activity, such as reading, talking, eating, or standing watch.
Okay.
So you can have, like, if there's enough people, you can have 2-hour watches, and everyone just sleeps for at least their 6 hours.
yeah,
So
that makes it easy.
yeah, you need to sleep for at least 6 hours. All right. So is Jordan on the first watch?
Jordan is on all the watches.
All the watches. Is anyone else watching with him?
I will watch
I'm
with
happy.
him for the first
I had to
part
stay
of
up at
it.
some point for my spells, so I'll spend 2 hours, being awake before I sleep.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll be
take
the last one.
I'll be middle.
Okay. All right. So that will give you guys. You can do that for an 8-hour then. So go ahead and level up.
Woo.
Oh yeah.
What
Fun.
What do I do?
What option am I doing on with the gear wheel? There's like 2 different settings here.
The bottom one, launch level and
The
the
bottom?
character master. Yeah,
Correct.
Okay.
not the one that says cannot
What's-
be undone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't-
yeah.
don't
What's
put
the
that
difference between the 2?
That one goes
It
makes
will
you level
revert
1.
you to level 1. It wipes out your character and reverts you back to level 1.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Jeez.
That's why it says cannot be undone. So yeah,
Mhm.
launch level plus character mancer.
So confirm my thought process. You
Okay.
5e guys that know the rules. If I want to multi-class and I were to take 4 levels of one class and then switch and take 4 levels of the other class, I wouldn't penalize my trajectory for ability points, correct?
Yes, you do. Well, oh no,
Still?
if it's 4 and 4, you don't.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
you
you're
have to
correct.
reach. So if you were
But if I took
level 3 and you took another class, that would penalize you. You have to
right,
get
but if I took every other one, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, then it would take till level 8 before I got ability points.
level 7.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
some,
Give or take,
some
yeah. And then
classes.
I would get an ability point on level 7 and on level 8.
You
Yes.
get-
Yep.
Yeah, so how it works exactly is for every 4 levels of your class, you get ability points.
Good
So,
enough.
like you said, if you go for rogue, you get your ability point or feat. Don't forget, there are feats. And part of the reason that I gave you guys such high starting stats is to hopefully give you the flexibility to potentially choose a feat instead of just having to dump your 4th level into stats.
hmm
Oh. I was gonna say, like, how high can you go on ability scores? Jeez Louise.
20 is the max.
This over here on this scale is like up to 30.
Monsters can go higher. Or
Yeah.
if you have magic item augmentations.
Alright, so if you take a feat instead of an ability score, is that how that works?
Yes.
Some feats actually have ability scores built into them.
A lot of the 5th edition do have ability scores built in.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay,
Well, I mean, like, I can't choose ability score if I choose a feat. Is that what you're saying?
that's
Correct.
But see, if it's 2 ability points, so it's 2 ability points or 1 feat, and that's why a lot of feats will give you 1 ability point. So if you choose a feat that gives you an ability point, you get a feat and you get an ability point. Whereas if you just go ability points, then you can raise 1 ability 2 points up to a max of 20, or 2 abilities 1 point up to a max of 20.
Oh my god, there's all kinds of feats. It's like 1,000.
There are a lot of feats.
Are we restricting feats to just the PHB or to any book?
I don't have any restrictions on feats. So if all right, Ragnus, did you re-roll your 1? Looks like you did.
I think it.
Yep, perfect.
It's
It looks
bugging
like
out
you
on me.
You also re-rolled your 4.
I know it's bugging out on me. I don't
No
know.
worries, it happens.
There we go.
You can manually adjust it.
I realized that it automatically took the average or something.
Yeah, it did. Ryan, did you roll your ability or your hit points?
When I did it, the hit point manager, it automatically updated to 32, so I don't know. I didn't roll anything.
You have to click roll.
Yeah. You go back. You can go back to that section and change it from average to roll.
Okay. Let me go. Okay, I see.
Yep. All right.
Did it work?
Yep.
So how much hit points did I get? I don't even see it.
You got 2. That's the downside to getting the addition, the +5 in the beginning. It should even out pretty well.
I got one.
Alright. So the one feat, there's a feat I really like, the Inspiring Leader. It's pretty friggin' awesome.
Mm-hmm. The feats are good.
But at the same time, if I take the telekinetic one, it gives me a bonus point in my charisma. It's supposed to be at 20. Is like going to 20 like really awesome, or?
It's a +5 modifier.
But then skilled would be nice to have 3 new skills.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, right now I think without a cleric in our party, being skilled in medicine would be pretty freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna take.
I don't remember what my fighting style was, and this says I can change it.
It should
Yeah.
show you in the like it will say swap, I think, so you can look at your fighting style. At least for Warlock, it showed me that I could change something, and it would say swap 4. There's 2 boxes in the next tab over, and you can select what you have and what you're replacing it with.
Yeah,
I-
you. I think it's the next page. Like when you hit next.
Oh, well,
Without Brian in the group, I might want to go observant because that would give us it gives me +5 to investigate.
That's pretty nice.
Does that give an ability as well, or no?
Yeah, it gives +1 to intelligence or wisdom. But without Brian in the group, I think having somebody who can investigate might be actually worth it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I'll do that.
Ooh.
Oh my god, it's +5 bonus to your passive perception and passive intelligence scores. So it's not on your roll; it's to your passive.
What does that mean actually?
So right now, if you look, your passive perception is 14. That would give you a passive perception of 19.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna do that.
That's
Holy
huge.
shit.
And then same thing with your passive investigation. It would give you so like for you, what would that be? I don't know what your intelligence is at.
I'll do 16.
Yeah, so it would put your passive investigation at right now it's 13. It would put that at 18. And that's passive. So, most things you would be able to see without actively making a roll.
I'll take that one.
so where did you see that swap thing, Matt?
Hit next on the character mancer. Down
It's
at the
just
bottom.
it's going through the tabs, right?
For me, it was on the features tab.
So
Yeah, I was on the
Oh,
features tab, and then I hit next. It goes to ability score.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
features tab, does it not give you drop-down boxes to swap anything?
it does not.
Huh,
It does
that's
not.
weird.
So I think for you it's manual.
Okay.
So
Can you see what fighting style I have now, Nate?
that's what I was trying to see. I was gonna just look up the class and see what class features, which ones. So you have, okay. You have protection, I guarantee you, because it says when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on.
Oh,
the
I have
roll.
Oh, that's right. I have interception.
Well, but that's your other. So here are the fighting styles. You've got defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, and protection. That's it. So defense is while you are wearing armor, you gain a +1 bonus to AC. Dueling is when you are wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 to damage rolls with that weapon. And then great weapon fighting requires a two-handed weapon, or
Oh no, it says fighting style interception. Yeah. Okay.
Remind me, do we roll? Are we hitting the roll button for our hit points?
you
Yes.
are.
That is my fighting style, I guess.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like
There you
the
go. There you go. That's it.
it's the mod version of protection.
Right. So, are you thinking about changing that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with this, I think.
All
for
right.
now.
All right,
Look at
I
you,
have.
Jordan.
Oh, go ahead.
Jordan rolled above the average.
What a punk.
Nice.
At once.
Lucky you.
So I have a couple of options that I'm looking at.
Okay.
That I am going to pull the team for their input. I have Eldritch Adept, which would give me another invocation, so I could cast like Mage Armor on myself. Or if I pick it, that's probably the Eldritch thing I would take. Or Beguiling Influence, which would give me a proficiency in Deception and Persuasion, which I think I already have that. Oh god, there's a whole bunch of other ones. Holy shit. Okay, so I could get another invocation from being a warlock. Another option I have is Magic Adept, or Magic Initiate, rather, that would let me take 2 extra cantrips from another class to add to my repertoire. And the last one that I was thinking of was Spell Sniper, which my spell ranges are doubled when they are an attack roll spell. My ranged spell attacks ignore half and 3/4 cover, and I can learn 1 extra cantrip that requires an attack roll.
There's one that can give you like a level 1 wizard spell, and you can pick Find Familiar, I think.
Yeah, I don't want a familiar though.
No?
No.
You get your slots back from short rest though, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's just not the theme of this character.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm more of a utility, like super utility cantrip. All 3 of these are cantrip based, sort of. Like the Eldritch one gives me another ability from, my warlock powers, but the Spell Sniper is you get a cantrip to attack. That would be something other than Eldritch Blast, which I don't think I would use something other than Eldritch Blast, so maybe that's not worth it. But the Magic Initiate would allow me to get some utility cantrips, which would be interesting. Maybe.
Such as what?
Like Light, or Mending. Or something like that.
Minor Illusion.
Minor Illusion, yeah. What do you guys think? Should I go utility or combat specific? I think the Spell Sniper one is really interesting in that I can ignore cover.
Yeah, that sounds fun. And since that is your primary form of attack. What does it get you down the road if you keep going in that direction?
Nothing.
So it's just a one-time decision.
The Warlock
You're
one,
opting
I
into
can.
a path.
The Warlock one, I would get to expose another invocation. So instead of 2 that I have access to, I'd have 3, and I can swap those around every level. So that one feels like the best utility.
Spell Sniper?
Eldritch Adept.
Oh.
It kind of plays into the whole origin story of your character too. You're very Eldritchy.
I agree. Well,
Yeah,
Warlock.
You seem to be...
I don't think we'd miss you that much if you decided not to play Spell Sniper.
I think that's the best skill you use, so I think you should, if you want to double down on that, I think that makes sense.
Good call. Alright, I will do that. I'll go Eldritch.
I'm torn on how to spend my ability point. Or should I just get a feat? It says ability point. Is that automatically substitutable? I can switch to get a feat instead?
Mm-hmm.
You can, yeah.
If you go through the character,
A lot to pick from, though.
Yeah. That's...
there's an invocation called Eldritch Spear, which increases my Eldritch Blast to 300 feet.
oh man,
I don't know, take care of it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that, but that's awesome.
Let me Google something here.
Ryan, are you done leveling?
I'm done, too.
Oh, you're
I took Mold Earth so we can move some dirt as my cantrip,
Ooh.
and I took a Phantasm spell so I can convince people that they're fighting another monster.
Oh shit.
Now I can actually investigate. Hooray.
Alright, I think I'm going to take Repelling Blast so I can now push or pull people whenever I...
Oh, nice. That's pretty
Or-
cool.
That or Armor? I can stay away. I'm gonna do Repelling Blast. Yeah. Oh man. It's happening. Spider climb.
Haha.
Alright, I'm done.
Okay, Jordan, how you doing? You are looking at feats.
Yep, I'm looking at some feats.
Supposedly you can take look at dual wielder or mobile.
Does dual wield differ from two weapon fighting that the fighter gets? 'Cause I'm
So-
looking at multi-classing to fighter.
Yeah,
probably
so
level 5.
what you do right now is dual wielding, and you're restrained to a rapier and a dagger. Like you have to have a dagger in your offhand. But if
Yeah,
you
it
have
has to be a
dual
light
wielder,
weapon.
yeah, if you have dual wielder, you can have rapiers in both hands or short swords in both hands. I think.
Do you
Oh,
also
you might
get
get-
your proficiency bonus?
I'm checking. You gain +1 AC while wielding a separate melee weapon in each hand. You can use two weapon fighting, even when the one-handed melee weapons you're wielding aren't light. Okay.
Oh, and you can draw and stow two weapons at once instead of one.
Is dual wielder the same thing that a fighter gets automatically with a certain...
No, that
Tree
lets
path.
you use your proficiency bonus, I think. I'll check for you.
Thank you. And you can draw or stow two one-handed weapons when you normally wouldn't be able to draw or stow one. Oh, so free bonus. Cool.
There's also one called defensive duelist.
I don't see...
I think it's a martial style or something.
Yeah, martial archetype, but, or no, where is it? Dual, here it is, yeah. Two weapon fighting. When you engage in two weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. Yeah, because it's usually, so if you just go with the dual wielder feat, you only get to roll the weapon's damage not your ability
Right.
on the damage. With a fighter, you can do the full blown damage.
So they're
Oh,
not all the same.
but it gives you an extra AC too, right?
Yeah.
Not the fighter one. It looks like.
Yeah. So there's benefits to having all of it.
Yeah. You can. There's a in Tasha's, I think. Yeah, Tasha's Cauldron. There's a fighting initiate feat, which allows you to take a fighting style from the fighter class without taking that class. So you could take the 2-weapon fighting.
I kind of want to get some extra ability points and hit points and stuff as well.
Okay.
Well, you'd have to put it towards con if you wanted extra. There's one called tough too.
Yep. No, I know there's feats. Yeah, I could take the feats to get abilities and things.
No, to get HP if you're after HP.
So do I get a feat and an ability?
No.
No.
You have to choose either ability points or a single feat. So
You
two
can
ability
split
points.
You can split your ability points though, 1 and 1.
Right.
Oh,
you
I get 2 ability points, so I could spend 1 point. I thought it was only 1 ability point. Ah ha ha. So I
So-
could
Yeah.
get 2 feats?
No.
No,
No.
you get 2 feats.
Hold on.
Just 1 feat.
Hold on, everyone. Quiet. Pits. You get 2 ability points or 1 feat. And those 2 if you choose the ability points, you get both, and they can go in the same or different abilities.
Okay, and if I choose feat, I get a feat off the feat list and 1 point?
No.
No.
You
Looks
get,
like I get 1 point.
you get either
Hold on.
2 ability points or 1 feat.
Yeah, but hold on. Some feats give you an ability point. As part of the feat.
Alright,
Like the
that's what
one-
I'm seeing.
Like the one I took gave me strength by +1.
Yeah. When you
But
select
you
a,
can
when you
only go
select
up to 20 max.
when you select a feat, you get everything that's listed under the feat. So if it says an ability point, awesome, you get 1. If it doesn't, you don't get 1.
Okay. While Andrew is doing that, I don't want to take too much away from what he's doing.
Alright, I'll go with the dual wield. I think that makes plenty of sense right now.
Cool.
The dual wielder.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I kind of like my abilities the way they are. Hits and flaws and all.
So one of the things that's nice is you can draw or stow 2 weapons at once rather than just 1. And you can use one-handed melee weapons even if they're not light. Now, you might be using finesse, which I think you are since 13 strength. So that's probably not as big of a deal for you. But then the +1 bonus to AC while you're wielding 2 weapons is pretty awesome.
which he normally does anyways. But
Exactly. And as long as it's a melee weapon, it doesn't matter. So it could be a torch, right? All right. So Jordan, are you officially done with your character? Okay.
I get to add one more cantrip. that I didn't
Perfect.
realize.
So one thing I'm going to do real quick for you, Andrew. Show global AC modifier. Or is it okay? So the name is dual wielder, and the value is 1. And so there you go. So when you're not dual wielding, you can remember to uncheck that, and it will lower your AC by 1. All right. But for the most part, I'm gonna let you just keep it checked, because if you're in combat, good chance. It'll be up to me to kind of remember. Okay.
occasionally, he has the crossbow.
Yeah, but that's not melee.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, occasionally he has the crossbow, so that would be
Right.
-1, right?
Yep, exactly. Or his short bow is what it is.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, I just ate a little fast.
All right. Okay. So, as you guys are settling down into the evening, I want to take a step back. Okay. All right. So while you guys are making your way to the end of the into the lowest level of the temple, suddenly from the temple, because scattered throughout the steps were a couple of guards from each faction, House Deneth and House Thrashk. And as you guys are making your way down, suddenly from the main entrance of the temple comes streaming out robed figures as they move upon the camp. At first, it's not a huge number, but they continue to come. They quickly overwhelm all of the guards in front of the temple, and they start to scatter throughout the jungle. Meanwhile, back at the camps, we see the scene set as the two individuals who had taken charge of your prisoner are working together to see what she knows. And suddenly, as those figures start to move from the camp and spread throughout the forest, the prisoner calls out in an unearthly voice. She starts to speak in a completely unknown language. And while the two soldiers, one from House Thrashk and one from House Deneath, as they're talking together and trying to figure out what's happening, she's straining and straining against her restraints, and her veins are sticking out. She's shouting.
Good night, Logan.
And as this is happening, as the two guards are distracted,
What's your mother yelling about?
Two of the
She asked you more than once.
two of the cloaked figures come and kill, slicing the throat of the House Deneath. As they put upon,
Doesn't sound like you were being very respectful.
as the member of House Thrash turns to see what is happening, he sees the soldier from Deneath clutching his throat as blood pours out of his throat. Suddenly, shouts in the camp start ringing out, and suddenly there are shouts of betrayal, betrayal! Thrashk has broken the peace! Thrashk has broken the treaty! And in a short amount of time, the entire camp erupts in chaos. Both groups start attacking. Fires break out. And as we look above on the camp itself, you see complete and utter chaos as everything is falling apart. Up above the camp, you see a black-hulled airship starting to make its way past the camp and onto the other side of the temple.
A what airship?
A black-hulled airship.
Black-hulled.
So we did escape the dungeon?
No,
This is what's going on outside.
Oh, okay.
Stuff is happening.
Well, our characters have no idea that all that went down.
Your characters have no idea. And as we come back, you guys have a mostly uneventful night. There are no issues with the on any of the watches, and you guys are finally able to recover from the ordeal. And
Can you ping the map, Nate?
yep, you betcha.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so Matt, are you still? So your torch is out, but I'm going to assume that you guys have lit more. Are you still controlling the flame? Or are you going to standard torch?
I would I'd go to standard torch. No, I'd keep the blue. I'd keep controlling it.
Do you want it brighter, or are you good with the range?
I'm good with the range.
Okay. Regic, what about you? Are you good with his range?
Yeah, as long as he has a torch, I don't need one anymore.
Okay. Okay. All right. So then here you are. You guys can definitely see that this particular pile of stones is pretty massive, and it would take a very long time to even try and shift stuff out. in order to get through.
So let's not go that way.
Right.
Raz, you scouted around a bit. Which way was best?
Right down here. I wanted to bring them to the closest one, where the
Okay.
most rumbling was going. So I show them this, and then I'll take them to the other one as well, to show them the other options, and I'll expand the light out to, because I know those ones I couldn't tell if it was clearable. I'd like to double the strength of my torch rather than keeping it halved, just to see if we can see through, and maybe move the stones.
So you can make it brighter. Is that correct? You can make it brighter?
Yeah, I can double the distance, or halve the distance. So it'd be double the normal brightness.
Okay, so let me do that, and then we'll set that to. Okay. All right, much brighter, but you're keeping the blue tint.
Yeah.
So this one over here looks completely impassable as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Plus, it also heads exactly towards the ritual chamber that you were in before. Probably not the way you necessarily want to go. This one looks like with some work, you could potentially shift some things. This one as well. You still hear shifting coming from over here and some noises. Whereas this one is much quieter.
Okay. Ollie would be much. I think clearing this one out where there's nothing on the other side might be safer.
I agree.
I'm gonna use my mold earth cantrip to move 5 feet of stone at a time.
Oh,
So you cannot move stone.
What?
Yeah. So with mold earth, there's a couple things you can do, right? So with loose dirt, you can excavate, and you can move a 5 foot cubic of loose dirt, away. But with stone, all you can do is really cosmetic changes.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, there is a spell called Shape Stone, which is a 4th level spell. With that one you can do, but for a cantrip, it would be really powerful if you could just start drilling through stone. So mold earth will allow you to change the color. It does allow you for both stone and earth to make difficult terrain non-difficult, or normal terrain into difficult terrain. So there are some things you can do to shape stone, but it is temporary, and moving stone is not one of them.
All right.
Now,
Well,
the floor is hard packed dirt and stone.
I would like to use my muscles to lift
Okay.
some stones.
All right. So you guys can kind of work together and shift some of those stones out. And eventually you are able to clear out that hallway. And I'm going to say you just kind of move the stones, kind of just shift them over here. And you are able to get a pathway through.
so Regic can in that he can move loose stones, but he can't carve out stone, right? That's what it says. So he doesn't actually have to exhaust his weak, tiny arms.
Yeah.
I don't actually see that at all where I'm looking at the spell. Mold earth. It doesn't say you can move anything but packed dirt.
If you target an area of loose earth, you can instantly excavate it, move it along the ground, and deposit it up to 5 feet away. This movement doesn't have enough force to cause damage.
Yeah, but for actual like big rocks, that wouldn't work. Like big stones, it specifically says if you target an area of loose earth
or stone, dirt or stone in a 5-foot cube. But it doesn't ultimately doesn't matter. It's flavor.
Where are you looking at the spell? Because D&D Beyond
D&D Beyond.
definitely. Yeah, you choose a portion of dirt or stone, but it doesn't say you can move stone. It specifically says the first thing is if you target an area of loose earth, aka dirt. So that's what we're going with.
Cool.
Okay. Let me go back here. Okay, so Kraz, they are through. What are you doing with your light?
I want to, before we're through, I want to make sure it's down to half.
Down to half normal?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you have a much fainter light again.
What? Do you want me to scout ahead?
Yes, please.
All right. I will expend a spell to go invisible again, and do the same situation.
Okay.
Invisible.
Floating blue orb.
Floating blue orb.
One of the things that you can kind of see, Aragnis, is just to your feet, just to the right of the map of you.
Mm-hmm.
You see some nasty looking stuff on the ground.
Okay.
It's hard to make out because the light's not really there.
Yeah. There's something on the ground here. Check it out. Guys.
Yeah,
We'll
what
look
does
at it.
look like? Is it liquidy? Is it?
All right. So where you're at with the light here, it doesn't look terribly wet, but it's not completely dry either. So it's not like puddles of liquid, but whatever it is, it looks kind of like soft and squishy and gross.
I don't want to go in that.
Okay.
I will.
But you can see that the cave kind of curves this way.
And I will head in that direction stealthily.
Okay.
Hopefully stealthily. Stealthily as a blue light can be, maybe.
Okay.
You can move me as far along as you until I get to something interesting or a dead end.
So as you kind of go, you can see more of the substance over here. But it looks pretty clear over here.
Yeah, I'll pass by it.
Okay. Now, you hear some sounds as you get closer, and you hear what clearly sounds like someone speaking in a harsh, guttural language. Trying to see what languages you speak.
I speak Dwarvish, Goblin, and Common.
Okay. So you cannot make it out. But it sounds as if they are getting louder and more urgent as they as they start getting closer to you. What do you want to do? You can now clearly hear several things coming towards you.
I want to take a peek. One more
Okay.
step. 5 foot. Okay.
Okay. And with that, you see several lizard folk, and they just completely freeze as they see a light source. Now, are you standing still?
Yeah.
Okay. They start to move in.
So they'd see like a blue flame.
Now, you also notice that there is light in this area. It's dim, bluish light.
I'm holding the torch really high above my head,
Okay.
so it's a high blue light. So in case anything.
Okay. This
Well,
guy.
I wouldn't let them get within 5 feet of me.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Well, if they step forward again, I will back up 5 feet.
Okay. All right. There, he's stepping forward, and you're backing up.
Yep.
You hear a snarl, and they are going to charge. Roll initiative.
Okay.
All of us?
I would say go ahead, but you guys don't know yet what's happening, so no matter what you roll, you won't be taking part at least.
Okay.
Before Kraz and the others have a chance to go.
Gotcha.
All right, Kraz, I don't know why I didn't add you, so I'm going to add you to the turn order.
Because I'm an idiot and didn't click on my token.
Oh, no worries. Well, last time we played, that was actually happening.
Yeah, it was. I was clicking on it a couple times.
But I'm streaming and I can't lie successfully now that I have witnesses.
I love it. Okay.
We all up
everyone
on top
has
of each other, or
rolled.
am I out of position?
No, you don't know what's going on yet. Okay. Okay, Kraz, you get to go first.
I would like to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And have the image of a large lizard skull coming out of the flames and coming toward them and disappearing. In an attempt to intimidate them or stop them, and
Okay.
that's the motivation. That's it. That's what I'm doing. It's Minor Illusion.
All right. Are you going to accompany it with any self-made sounds, or is it just going to be a silent illusion?
It's going to be a silent illusion.
Okay. Okay. So once again, all right, and that does not have a verbal component. So You can do that one silently. So you cast the spell, and suddenly the skull, is it gonna go over and over again, or is it gonna go like slowly, or is it gonna go just once?
Just once, like
Okay.
a large lizard head goes out open-mouthed, perhaps with like blue flames in its eyes, and then it fades out after it gets about 2 feet from where the light is.
Okay. I'm gonna say roll your intimidate with advantage.
Okay. There we go. It was lagging.
Okay.
Oh shit, I'm invisible when I cast. Oh, it's an attack spell? Does that make me. Or does any spell make me visible? Let me check. Because that is notable. Anything to. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. Shit. So I do that, and I
Okay.
realize. Oh, I turned visible. Damn it.
Um.
I didn't think of that.
Okay. But hold on one second. What can they actually see?
Even a cantrip, yeah.
Yep, even a cantrip. Kraz didn't think that through.
Well, shit.
Lizards have dark vision, right? Probably see quite a bit.
Yeah, well, I'm
Maybe.
holding it.
I'm
I'm also
more-
holding a
I'm
blue
more worried
torch.
about walls. They can't see through walls.
The spell ends for a target that
So
attacks
this
or
guy
casts a
can't see
spell.
you. Yeah. Okay. But you rolled an intimidate, and you. Okay. So as soon as you do that, are you doing anything else?
Yep, now I will run. When I realized that I didn't calculate it appropriately. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I will say lizards!
Okay. You probably. I was just gonna say you probably could have potentially rolled with it. 'Cause you
Yeah,
rolled a
but
pretty good intimidate, but
it was great. Maybe they won't move.
alright. So that is your move. This guy, it successfully intimidated him. He doesn't do squat. But this guy saw and then saw you run.
Not so convinced.
He is coming after.
And I point back.
Okay, and they are not quite able to make it up to you, but you can see that they immediately take note of Regic. Regic, you're up.
Is there
As
any
you-
that stand out to me, like that look like rugged or anything?
They just look like
Just basically.
lizard folk. Yeah, this guy seems to be a little bit bigger than the other. So the guy in the back is definitely bigger, a little bit more intimidating than the other one.
Okay.
But they both kind of look pretty similar.
I'm gonna. Well, the one that's closest to Kraz, I'm gonna cast my Phantasmal Force on him and make him think that like a bugbear or something went flying through the wall and started attacking him.
Link that for me. Hold on, I can do it right here. Okay, so Craft Elusion that takes root in the mind. So this is a concentration spell, and it's a creature that you can see. So they must make an intelligence saving throw. And DC is 14. Yep. So DC 14. That you create. Receive only. So it has no effect on undead. Sounds. Whew, okay. Alright, wow, that is pretty powerful.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll be tied up trying to fight.
Alright, so he sees, what did you say he saw?
I don't know, some giant like cave creature.
Okay.
Like a troll.
Okay. So I am going to say he immediately reacts.
If it can attack and do 1d6 damage every turn. Assuming its attacks hit.
Holy cow. Psychic. Wow. Hey, hold on 1 second.
That's so cool.
Like Phantasm.
Okay. I didn't have anything quite. You know what? This is.
I like how purple
Oh,
and
here we
Brutusy
go.
it is.
Hold on 1 second. Here's something even better. Big old spirit. There we go. I'm gonna say that Ryan, you can see it.
Yeah, it should only be me. Everyone else will be able to perceive it.
Right. Okay. Any movement?
I have to concentrate on that thing, so
Yep.
no.
So we're gonna mark you as concentrating. Okay. You
This
can
is-
still move while concentrating, though. You only have to worry about concentration if you take damage.
Doesn't work. It says that he can attack my image, and it can do 1d6 psychic damage. Does that mean I have to roll the attack, or do you roll it, or?
That is a great question. Remember, each round on your turn, the Phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target if it is in the Phantasm's area or within 5 feet of the Phantasm, provided that the illusion is of a creature or hazard that could logically deal damage, such as by attacking. So yeah, the start of your next turn, this guy.
Says each round on his turn. So he could do it. It could deal damage now, right?
I'm gonna say yeah. So it's not attack really, it's just deal damage.
The creature's it's attacking sort of. But yeah, free damage.
It looks like it, but yeah, it is. It is just straight up free damage.
That's badass.
So, Ryan, roll 1d6, or better yet, oh, you did. It automatically rolled. So not fantastic, but it does do a single point.
Pink. Yeah, negative.
But you can see how much it reacts as this thing swipes at it, and you can see kind of what happens, but everyone else just just sees him reacting to something over here in this corner. All right, anything else, Regic?
Nope.
Okay, Jordan, you're up. And let me see. You can't see anything, but you can hear shouts, snarls. Does anyone speak Draconic?
No.
I don't
Nope.
think so. Okay. So you move, all right? You move right into the Phantasm. I love it. All right, Jordan. I'm assuming you're dual wielding. Okay. Ho-ho!
Hello.
Holy crap! Roll your sneak attack. Both of those are going to hit. So that is 11, 16, 17 points of damage as you just, for whatever reason, as you approach, even though he is facing you, he doesn't appear to see you. When suddenly you're able to find just the most amazingly perfect entry as you slam your short sword deep into his upper chest, causing a massive amount of damage and bleeding, and you're able to quickly follow it up with your dagger in your offhand. This thing is looking beat.
Is that a nat 20 he rolled?
Oh,
Yeah.
So it would be double sneak attack, right?
Oh, you're right.
Ooh, does it? You're right. It does.
Yeah,
that's
it does.
that's the first hit. Roll sneak attack again, buddy. Holy shit.
Good call. Good call.
Boom, and that is enough.
Nice.
That is enough. So as this guy, like, it doesn't even make sense to you, but as you come in, you slam your short sword, and it just pierces deep. And as he leans forward, you just take your dagger and slash it across his throat, and he just falls dead.
Nice.
And poof. Okay. Jordan, that's your move, attack, and a bonus. Aragnis, you're up. And you can also hear, but you cannot see what's happening.
Okay, I'm going to move towards Kraz here.
Okay.
1, 2.
Okay. And you can now see a lizard.
I'm going to step up, attack
All right.
him.
All right. A 16. Ooh, that is a hit for 12 slashing damage. Nice.
That's nice.
As you are able to get in. Holy crap, is that max damage? What is the +1? So you got
Max.
6?
So I got the +1 sword, and I just My strength just went up 1. I don't know how that factors in.
So I think you have 2 mods on there somehow.
How'd that happen?
No. I was looking to see if you rolled. So you used the top one, right? The longsword of vengeance.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So. Okay, so plus your proficiency, that's fine.
My strength is an 18 now.
No, that's
Oh, yep. See, there it
plus
is. You have. So if you look at it, right now it's the longsword of vengeance. It's attack plus strength plus proficient, and then it has the magic bonus. Oh,
and a +1 mod.
that's right.
Oh.
That's because it's +1 to attack, but then damage has +1. But why is it rolling 2 +1?
You might have an ability that's adding that extra mod.
Oh, you know what I bet it is? I bet once you add the magic, it automatically rolls or puts it to. Let's try it.
Yep.
That's what it was. Okay, so by adding the +1 is once you hit magic, you're good. You don't have to do it twice. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to say 11 points of damage to this guy. Now,
Did you change it?
I did, and
Okay.
I just tested the roll, and it's now rolling correctly.
Great.
So I'm going to just give this guy back 1 point of damage.
Oh no, I like the other way it was rolling.
All right. Any other actions? Bonus?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. Kraz, you're up. As you see Jordan just decimate the first lizard folk, and then the beefier one takes a giant slash by Arachnid.
I yell in common. I yell, "Stop! We don't want to kill you." And I'd like to create I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion again.
Okay.
And create a lizard creature, not one of them, but something that looked vaguely like one of the ones that fought us before, standing next to me. I think. Oh man, that might be too big. It might be in a 5-foot cube. No, it could be a short one.
What do you mean by lizard that you fought before?
We fought lizards in the jungle before, so I don't want to make it a copy of one of them, but a vaguely similar creature.
Okay. I mean, they're small, and that's Minor Illusion, right?
It's Minor Illusion, yeah.
Yeah, I think it can be up to 5 feet.
Yeah.
5-foot cube. So yeah, but
I'm not purposely
I don't
making.
think it would be. I don't think it would be out of the ordinary, to be honest with you.
And I purposely wanted to make it like partially translucent, not
Okay.
like corporeal looking.
That's fine. As he sees it appear,
And I put my arm on its shoulder, like I don't know if it can speak common, but that's my goal.
sure. Okay. Is that going to be the end of your turn?
That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Okay. As he sees it, he lets out a roar and charges you.
Okay.
The first thing he does is he attempts to bash you with his shield, and that is a hit. For 8 piercing damage.
As my reaction, I'd like to use interception.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. Does that give him disadvantage? Or
No, it
which
just
one is
takes
it? Okay, it's
takes damage away.
perfect.
How much? How much?
How much?
I gotta roll for it. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll chat it.
Oh, nice. 1d10 plus your proficiency, so a minimum of 3. So roll your d10.
My proficiency's still 2,
Oh, wait.
or is it 3?
It's 2.
It's 2.
Yeah, I think it is 2, but I...
So 5.
3.
So I take 3 damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, so... Yeah, so... no, you take 5 damage, man.
5. 3 off.
Oh, you added your proficiency into that already. Sorry.
Yeah, it was a bad roll.
Yeah, but so that's the minimum though, and it still reduced it by 3. And then with that, he also slings his Morning Star. And as Aragnis is distracting him on the first attack, you kind of look towards him, and you follow his lead to reduce the damage. So you take less than you would have with his shield attack, but you were completely caught flat-footed for his Morning Star.
Mm-hmm.
And with that one, you take 17 points.
Oh, God.
I rolled double crit. Like, I have advantage on. Double crit. Double
Wow.
natural 20s.
The shield attack was double crit too?
No, the shield attack was not.
Oh,
I'm
alright.
saying I rolled for his Morningstar attack, and
Oh,
I
wow.
just always have advantage rolled no matter what. And it was
Double
natural
crit.
20, natural 20.
Nice.
So it didn't matter if he had advantage or... now, is that a concentration? No, not for your... Okay, it's just a minute. Yep. Okay. So, clearly, you pissed him off. Now, I'm going to say... because of his reckless charge, I'm going to give you an attack of opportunity, Aragnan, because he was enraged and not focusing on his defense, and he went 1, 2, 3, 4, basically the equivalent of 20 feet through your space. I'm going to give you an attack of opportunity as he's running.
Oh, I will take that attack.
Oh, God.
Holy Wow. Okay. And boy, did he pay for it. Did he pay for his reckless attack? As he screams out, as you run by, and that is part of what fueled his raged Morningstar attack against Kraz. Regic, you're up.
Is that a real lizard guy back there?
So this guy, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna show you. You can see his health. He is 1.
Can you tent him?
Okay. So there you go. You see it? He has one, and it says Lizard Folk Illusion.
Okay. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whisper. He looks pretty beat, huh?
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll Dissonant Whisper the guy in front of Kraz.
Yeah, the guy in front of Kraz definitely looks pretty beat.
Yeah, don't blow your load.
Okay. So DC 14 Wisdom save. Yep. Okay. As you cast the spell, holy crap. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your 3d6 damage.
I think I already did. It says 8 damage.
Oh, that is enough. As the whispering, as you stretch forth your hand and you hear the arcane words, and they seem to build an echo as they rush through the cabin until you hear, and as they pass through, he falls to the ground.
Nice.
Well, that was funny.
I don't have my voice box monitoring. Otherwise, I have a dissonant whisper button to press. Anyways, so that guy falls. Now, Kraz, you know that wasn't the only one.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, those are the only two that rushed you. So
Right.
we can stay in combat and you guys can move on your turns. But I would say first, you would need to tell the rest of the group that if you're going to.
Yeah, I would say there's more. There's more. As I spit blood out.
Yeah, let's switch positions. Get behind me. You need to. You can't be in the front.
Are you going to pass off the torch?
Yeah, I'll hand the torch over.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to move you right here, Regic. Okay. Are you going to continue to use Control Flame on it, or...
I would have to cast it again to change it. It's not a concentration spell, so like it's like that for an hour until I change it.
Can I? No, never mind. If we have a break in the action for a second, can I do something?
Yeah, currently you do. Currently there is.
I just want to bend down, cast light spell on a stone on the ground, and then chuck it down the hallway.
Okay.
So chuck it in the direction where Kraz came from.
That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, Kraz, you are no longer emitting light. Regic, you are going to cast the stone. Give me a strength roll. Let's see how far this sucker travels.
Through the wall!
All right. So it travels a pretty good distance. For God's sakes. Okay, and so there is your rock down there emitting light.
Okay, that'll be it. My bonus.
Okay. All right. So, what are you guys gonna do?
Maybe we should check this corpses real quick if we have.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say you hear, two shrieks, vaguely reptilian, and they start to they slowly get quieter until you can't hear them anymore.
Let's search these corpses and see if there's any gold or anything worthwhile.
I want to grab your arm and say, let's wait, just in case they come around the corner. The motivation behind. Well, I guess I don't have to explain it in out of game. That's meta. If they're not fully enraged, if they see us looting their friends, it'd be a problem.
Okay, as you guys are running, you hear more like sounds, and you hear a bit of shrieking and some much like more lightly menacing sounds.
Still sounds like lizard people?
No, not just lizard people. So Jordan, where you are, you can see a bit further, but you can also see that there's light emitting in these places. So this bend over here is already lit beyond the. Hold on one second. I need to change something. 20. There you go. So you can see that there's light. You can see Regic's blue light, but you can see that there's already light here. Now you can start to hear sounds of fighting and aggression. It sounds like the lizard folk are now fighting something.
Can I stealthily move? Should we go quiet, or we're just rambling?
I mean, we can try stealth, but I don't think Aragnis is going to be very stealthy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, fully armored.
There's a cool gem on the wall.
Yeah, there's a few.
What is that?
Yep.
Can I investigate the gems, or?
Yeah, those appear to be what is giving off the light. So the light is like a dim bluish light is getting emitted by the gems.
Does it look at all like the crystal that I hold in some capacity? Like, are those dragon shards, or are they?
No, they are definitely not dragon shards.
Are they crystals?
I gotta take Matt's blue aura off because he no longer has it.
Regic does. Regic has the blue aura.
Yeah, Regic has the blue light, but that you can see where his blue light ends. That Tin said. Okay, hold on, Jordan. So as you move up to here, you can hear much more sounds, and then immediately to your right, you see a lot of spider webs.
Oh boy!
And you hear chittering and loud hisses, accompanied by shouts from the lizard folk.
I am going to use my opportunity to pull out a little hammer out of my backpack and chip off some of these stones and put them in my bag.
Okay.
What, just glowing crystals or glowing rocks, or?
Yeah. However, when you chip it off, it looks like the glow stops.
Is it a crystal or just a rock?
It's a crystal.
I'm sorry, crystal then. Could
Okay,
be worth money.
what are the rest of you doing? You're still hearing sounds of.
I want to head toward where Jordan went,
Okay.
as far as my vision will allow. I guess the gem's there.
I think there's spiders up here.
Great. We've had nothing but bad luck with those things.
Yeah. Here's a web. Who's got the torch?
I do.
I'll put away my dagger and I'll take the torch.
Okay.
I'll
start.
grab it. I'll grab another torch and out of my pack and light it from yours.
Are you
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to do anything with? Are you just going to leave it default?
I'd leave it. Well, it's going to be blue like the other one, but it'll be normal brightness, I would assume.
Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
assuming
gonna
it would
use
stay
the,
blue.
the
I
flame
don't
of
know.
it and try and burn the spider webs and stuff.
Well, it's a different torch. You'd have to cast control light again.
Well, but if it can't, okay, yeah, sure. I'll leave it normal then. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm setting it a light from the blue flame, which is why I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it is affecting the original flame, not yours.
Okay, cool.
Well, Jordan took the torch from my hands, so he has it now.
Okay. Give me a second.
I start burning the spider webs.
Okay.
So they're actively in combat. You said the spiders. We can hear fighting.
It
in the lizard
sounds like it. Yes, absolutely.
really close.
Killing spiders.
I mean, not really close. Not like right next to you. Hold on. You guys swapping these? It's not easy to change. Who's got the torch? Okay. All right. So Regic, you now have a torch. Kraz, you have a torch.
Well, Jordan took my torch.
Yep. Sorry, that's what I meant. Jordan and Kraz have torches. Okay, and you can still hear some of the sounds, and you are able to completely burn away two big webs here. So right next to you, Jordan, you see the webs kind of burn away.
Good.
To the left of you, you see more of that greenish goo.
Putrid
There's
stuff.
also some blackish stuff up here, and you see lots more webs all over the place. Ceiling, on the ground. There's just a ton of webbing everywhere.
I'm gonna examine the webbing. Does it look thick, like it came out of a thick butthole, or is it like thin?
It's pretty thick.
So that's not good.
Okay.
No sign of a scuffle yet.
You can definitely hear it's all seems to come from right up here.
I think I see a lizard. Oh, yep.
Oh, I see something really big. What's
Okay,
that?
everyone roll initiative.
Man, I'm really high initiatives.
Oh my god, a 5.5! What a nerd.
Okay, so we got Kraz, we got Jordan, we got Regic, and we have Aragnas.
Oh. Aragnas clearly doesn't have his setting checked. Never know.
For tiebreaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably has less than you.
I always have less. When it comes to initiative, anyways.
So his dexterity, yeah.
Least of the
he
initiative,
gets-
most of the hit points.
So we'll set him. Okay, there we go. All right, Kraz, you're up. You can sort of make out spiders attacking a lizard folk here. You also see another lizard folk who looks like he's swarming with small spiders.
Okay. I'm going to fire off an Eldritch Blast right at that spider.
Okay.
Can I make
No.
out what this thing at my 2 o'clock position is?
It looks to you like giant, like almost like claw-shaped spires, coming up from the ground, as well as. Hold on one second.
Okay, so it's like a structure.
It is definitely like a structure. Oh my gosh.
I can sort of see it. They hold something up in the middle.
Dang it.
Ah!
Did
you mean to move me back?
I did not. Please move yourself back. Oh, I hate the lighting layer on this.
Does an 11 hit?
$11, hold on one second, does not.
Okay, that's all I do.
Is that one? Let me make sure. 11 does not hit.
Actually, I'll move 5 feet forward. And 10 feet forward.
Okay,
That's it.
Jordan, to answer your question real quick, I believe you do see that the green stone in the middle is emitting light and casting shadows, but it's very, very dim.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
a strong source, that's for sure.
No, that is
Kryptonite, be careful.
okay.
Well, good thing I'm not Superman. So that would be pretty sweet.
Okay. All right, so the lizard folk bites at the spider and does hit it. And then he attacks with a club that also hits. And this spider that he's attacking is looking pretty bad. Jordan, you're up. So
Right.
you can see what's happening. You've got this guy covered in spiders. You've got another spider over here. This one is much bigger than the others.
Oh my. Alright, let's
He's
go
pretty
5,
close.
10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, we can get there. Let's try and attack this swarming one.
Swarm. Okay.
Yeah. So I will make a short sword roll. And does that count for sneak or no? Is the lizard my ally at this time?
No.
He's in combat.
Yeah, he is in combat. But I'm gonna say no for the sneak. So that is 10 and the offhand. So both of those do hit.
Yeah, that's actually a torch if that does anything for you. I assume they're both 1d4.
Yes,
Close enough.
I'd say close enough. So yeah, so with that one, you can definitely, with your short sword, it's definitely hard to hit.
Club probably doesn't count as a dex weapon either, so it's actually probably a +3. So that's actually 12.
Okay. Okay. A 12 still hits.
Sweet. He can take the 1 point of torch damage.
There you go. And he does. So there's your move, your attack, and your bonus action. Ooh. So this lizard, as this spider rushes in, he bites him, and it looks like it hurts. As some of you recall, they do hurt. Okay. Okay, this guy, he is going to try and get the tons of spiders just swarming all over him off. And so he uses a club and a shield to do it. But the club doesn't seem to be very effective. And as he brings his shield down, that is a little bit more effective. But he's only able to get like a few of the spiders off. There's still a lot swarming him. Regic, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna move.
You can see because Jordan has moved up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness at the guy who's engulfed in spiders.
Okay. Are you casting it at the spiders or the guy?
The guy himself.
Okay. All right, and is that a... No, that's a 2 hit. That hits. So if you click on Ray of Sickness, there you go. Wait a second. Oh, DC... So if it hits... I gotta show the spell description. Alright. So Ray of Sickening Energy. Make a ranged attack. On a hit, the target takes 2 and must make a con. Okay, so it's also poison for the next round. Okay, DC 14. He is poison.
You know, I forgot what poison does, but I think it's just you can't do anything or something.
And he takes how much? 12 poison damage?
Yeah. That's some good friggin' damage. For 2d8.
Yeah. Okay. Has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Okay, anything else, Regic?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Ragnus, you're up.
Derek, if you're talking, you're muted.
No, I was just thinking.
No, I don't think he was.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack this spider.
Okay. All right. As you bring your weapon down, you cut the thing where it's, God, what is it? The head
Abdomen?
part meets the abdomen, the thorax.
Thorax.
Yeah, something nasty. You cut the
And right in
damn
the juicy
thing
bug part.
in half
Nice.
as it squishes. All right,
That's it.
this guy. That is a hit. Wow. Dang. So this guy is now, as this thing launches, he is now restrained, as well as poisoned. And this thing is going to move in between. That ends his turn. Oh my god! Holy crap. Right. As the spiders swarm over him, he suddenly just goes rigid and completely drops.
Aww.
And the spiders swarm Jordan. Once he drops, they all swarm over to Jordan and engulf him. Kraz, you're up.
Well, that changes my action. I am going to Eldritch Blast the swarm.
Swarm? Okay. All right.
I'm gonna move there so I don't have cover from. So it doesn't have cover. And Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Okay, that is a hit.
I'd like to also move it 10 feet away.
Oh, push, you mean?
Push away 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that actually, your blast, not only pushes it, but the fiery blast of your Eldritch blast, it completely incinerates enough of the spiders that the remainders just kind of scatter into webbing here and there. But the swarm is now just completely gone.
And I yell, "Focus the spiders!" Spider, whatever. And that's it.
All right,
I've
that's
got.
it. Okay. Lizard folk turns. He turns towards the spider, and he is going to take a 5-foot step this way, carefully eyeing you, Aragnis, as he attacks the spider. He swings with his club, but does not manage to connect. However, on his follow-up swing with his spiked shield, he is able to connect.
Do some damage.
And he does some damage.
Do more.
Alright. Not a lot, but some. Jordan, you were briefly engulfed in a swarm of spiders.
So creepy.
But they are now gone.
Flanking for advantage.
So far, yes, you get it, because he's not necessarily an ally, but he is distracting the spider. So, but that is a miss.
25 is a miss.
Oh, sorry, advantage. My bad. That is a hit. That is definitely a hit. Love you, baby. My bad. Who?
Hello.
You're gonna follow up with an offhand as your main attack utterly decimates him.
So 15. Advantage -3.
What do you mean advantage -3?
For the offhand. Because I'm assuming the
-2
counts as a strength instead of
that
a
still
dex.
hits. That
Yeah.
still hits.
Yeah.
No, but you don't get your. What is it rolling?
Proficiency, right?
Yeah, it's just to damage you don't get. Yeah, that's fine. It's a 16. We got it there, right?
Yeah, you don't get your dex bonus.
Yeah, just to damage. You still get a
Yeah.
hit. You just don't get damage.
Well, he was saying -3 because he's using strength and not dex.
I don't
Right.
understand that though, because he is using. Oh, it's a torch.
It's
Yeah.
a torch. I'm gonna have to add a weapon that says
Oh.
torch.
+1 strength instead of +4 dex.
I mean, you could just drop the torch and
Use a free draw
drop
action.
your dagger. Yeah.
There we go. Let's just do that.
Let's go with that,
Stick
shall
'em.
we? Okay.
with a
So
pointy end?
with the other hit, he is nearly dead, but still holding on. This guy's gone. Regic, it's your turn.
I'm gonna give the spider a classic mind sliver.
Manslaughter. Is that a intelligence? Boom.
3 damage.
Does not make it. And that is enough as it shrieks and quivers before it finally just collapses on itself. Okay, and as it falls, the lizard folk warily looks at the rest of you. Aragnis, it is your turn, but he has his shield up, but his club is down as he tries to keep an eye on all of you at once.
I shout out, "Do you yield? Drop your weapon."
Alright, I'm going to roll that. And I'm going to say he doesn't quite understand, but you're probably like making some gestures too, and he kind of gets it, and at that point he drops his club and his shield.
So
And he makes like a growling, garbled. He says something, but it's in Draconic, and you do not understand what it is he said.
I can speak Goblin and Orc. I'm gonna try both and say, "Do you understand me?" in Goblin, and then "Do you understand me?" in Orcish, and see if he responds.
He looks towards you, but it doesn't appear. He doesn't react. He just looks towards you. But he's more focused on Aragnis since Aragnis is closer. So he glances your way when you talk. But Aragnis, are you going to do anything, or are we going to end combat here? He has thrown down his weapon.
I will not proceed with combat. So I will
Okay.
get out of combat.
All right. So we're
I
going
will.
to.
No, I won't.
Okay. All right. As he sees you all, no longer making overtly threatening moves, he also throws down his shield and makes like a snarly, dragony, like, you can tell it's kind of a question, as he nods towards you and points to the spiders and then points to the other fallen lizard.
I want to make a show of going over to his fallen comrade and checking vitals, even though I don't really know what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay. He just kind of watches you, and then so you as you're kind of kneeling over. I'm gonna move you over here, Kraz. You're moving over and you're kind of checking him, and you're just kind of going through some motions, and
I want to wave him forward and point.
he kind of looks. He looks towards Aragnis, and he takes a step, waits, and then he takes another step, and then he kneels down and looks, and after a while, he turns to you, and he just shakes his head. At that point, he stands up, and he's kind of looking around, because you guys can see, you can't even see all of the room yet, but he looks at you, he looks at Aragnis, he points in this direction and shakes his head violently.
I'd like to make an illusion of a minor illusion. What can I do with that? Do I have some leeway? Can I make the motion, or is it just a...
So it says you can create a sound or an image of an object that lasts for 1 minute.
Okay, so not a moving image. Okay, stationary. I make an image of like a small image of a jungle, and I point at it.
So I've used minor illusion myself as the DM to make things move. I'm gonna say you can make things move if you'd like.
Okay. Well, I make
a precedent for that, but so you make like a picture of a jungle.
A jungle, and
okay,
and little stick figures moving to it out of a cave.
Okay, perfect. He looks at it and he points this way. He points this way. He points at the image, and he points that way. And he just kind of sits and talks to you, and looks at you guys.
I'll put away my dagger and pick up the torch.
Okay.
Sheath my sword.
What do we do? I look over at the glowing stone in the middle of the room, and I point at it.
He looks at it. He looks at you, and he just shakes his head.
All right. Well, I vote we head out of the cave. We're on the clock.
What is the... I want to know a little bit more about the stone. What? It's just glowing, or is there?
So what it looks like is it's covered in like a moss and it's actually the moss that's glowing. But as you get closer with the torch, the glow kind of goes away. You're not sure if it's reacting to the light or if your eyesight's just not able to pick it out.
Okay.
Give it a taste test, Chris.
No, no, thank you. I think leaving is a good idea.
I agree.
He points again at your picture, and he points behind over here.
Well, I'm gonna walk in that way.
Let's nod and let's burn up that web.
Okay.
Burn, burn, baby, burn.
I want to investigate the stone.
So yeah, you can go towards the stone. So this one kind of flares pretty bright because it was such a large web, and then it all goes out. So Regic, as you go towards it, and as Jordan is moving away, you can tell that it's the green moss, some type of like moss that's actually glowing on the stone.
I'll put my hand on it, see if anything happens.
As you put your hand on it,
You die.
and then you kind of take it away, you can see that the place where you touched it is no longer glowing. It's like gone dormant. But after a little bit of time, it starts to faintly glow again.
Very strange. Okay. I'm satisfied.
You guys start to hear some like noises coming from this way. He shakes his head violently. He grabs his club and shield off the ground and points that way, shakes his head again. He points to the direction he told you before, and then he's going to take a step this way. Back. And then he's going to take a step this way and just kind of backing away. And if no one's going to say anything or stop, he's just going to continue backing away until finally he turns and runs this way.
Okay.
And disappears around the corner.
See you later.
Let him go. I don't want to deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's head that way. If everyone, shall we go this? Shall we head out? Hopefully. If the fucker's not a liar.
All right.
Let's hope not.
Hold on 1 second. Jordan.
Wait, go before you can do anything.
Quick.
Keep going.
There's a pit trap or something deadly, I walk right into it.
Oh, there's the other.
How is that any different from any other
Okay.
time?
All right.
All in the reflexes.
I posted a video in chat about how rogues ruin campaigns.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, we either go too fast or too slow. There's no common ground.
All right. So you could go ahead. You can go ahead, Jordan.
Give everybody a chance to catch up and stay in the light.
Now, Kraz also has light.
Oh, okay. Alright, so it looks
All
like
right.
there's a cave in there.
Yeah. Okay, you guys hear as you go. You see. So stop for just a second. You hear. You first off, you see a a fire, and you see a pretty nasty looking creature. But as soon as it sees your light, it dashes away. Oops, dang it. I didn't want to take the fire with it. So it dashes away. They dash away around the corner. You hear multiple creatures running.
Was that a lizard creature, does it look like? Or something
It
different?
looked like, but it wasn't. I mean, it was definitely not the same type of lizard. Like, it's less scaly and more leathery. Like, it's nasty looking. But as soon as it saw you, there's definitely more than one. But they run, and you can see that there is a fire burning.
Taking my sword again.
Okay.
God damn it.
It's over with.
Okay. As you hit right there, you also see daylight coming from here.
Ooh.
Close.
What's our way out? We gotta fight our way out.
Okay, and as you guys get to it, it's pretty far back, so it's not illuminating the cave just yet. But
Is
you
it on the
guys
north side of the map
definitely
the light
start.
comes from? Down there. Okay.
You definitely the light is coming from here. Sorry, no, the light is definitely coming from here. But from this direction, from this side of the hall, you hear skittering and clicking coming, and you see a lot more webs. You see starting of webbing right here. What are you gonna do?
Let's get the hell out of here.
You want to make a run for it?
Yes, no more spiders.
All right, boogie.
Okay. Okay. So as you guys leave, you continue to follow a tunnel, and as you do, you make your way out, and after coming through a great deal of foliage, you make your way to a clearing, but you can hear a running stream. And as you guys exit the cave and exit the oh, what the heck? Apparently, I had music start as soon as I switched you guys over. So as you guys head out this way, you see Guldrak, along with all looks like all of the horses you guys brought into your camp. And over here, you see Lornak, and she is lying on the ground. She does not appear to be moving. And Guldrak starts and steps towards you and calls out, and he says, "You made it. Where's Jack?" And he looks, "Are the others coming?"
Jack's gone.
This is it.
So is
Havers is
Havers.
gone. Xanon is gone.
This has been a disaster.
You have no idea. The camp is completely overrun.
With what?
I don't know, but shortly before nightfall, the two armies went after each other. It was a slaughter. It
What the
was
fuck?
just enough. They say that Thrashk made the first move. But once battle was joined, no one was stopping.
Was there any survivors? Was there a winner?
We left. However, Nikorl fell, protecting us and letting us escape with the horses. But
And he looks over towards Lorwinac.
I'm afraid she succumbed to her wounds.
She's no longer alive.
Correct.
Lorwinac is dead.
Lorwinac is dead. And that's what he's saying. And looking at her.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll go to her and check her out.
All right. So as you check her out, you can see that she has multiple wounds, like stab wounds. There's no blood anymore.
Okay.
Everything is coagulated, but you can see that she looks pretty bad.
Is she breathing or is there a heartbeat?
No.
No. Okay.
We need to survey the battlefield and see if there's any survivors.
He walks over, and he says,
She passed sometime in the night.
Okay.
he turns to you, Regic, and he says,
Tell me exactly what you saw.
Well, it appeared that Jack was beaten, and he had nothing to do with this, but it was Avarice was under some sort of a spell, and there was robed figures, and one of them summoned, I don't know what it was.
I want to put my arm on Regic,
I'll look at him.
and I lean in. Should we be careful with this information?
Yeah, well, Goldrick.
Careful enough with who we share it with that we can keep living for now.
I
think we need all the friends we can get.
guess Goldrick was with Jack, and he tried to help.
Yeah, either way, something has been summoned. I don't know what it was, but there is some sort of a creature that had come out of this, and Havers is dead.
It came out of Havers' body.
What I'm more concerned about
in that temple.
right now, I want to know about what is going on with this war, because there cannot be war between the 12.
he puts his hand up, and he says,
Tell me of Jack. What did you see?
He fought valiantly.
Did you see him die?
No.
We did not see him die, but he was surrounded by that creature.
he just kind of shakes his head as if that doesn't matter.
We were cut off when a wall collapsed.
He's alive. Trust me. Now, to answer your question, you're welcome to go, but anyone who heads that way is dead. I'm taking the horses, what I can, and I'm leaving. You're welcome to come with me. As I go, I'll find Jack. You're welcome to come with me, or you can go back there and die.
We'll go with you, but we just need to have understanding that what killed
Regic, Mr. Passive Perception of 19. As you're saying that, you hear movement coming from this area.
I'm gonna say, hush, somebody's coming.
Jordan, you hear something too. And after a while, so Goldrak turns and he heads over here and he says, he nods to you guys and he says, watch the horses. Now there's a picket rope. There's a couple posts driven into the ground, logs and things like that he's got the horses picketed to. And as you guys stand, some of the sounds go just a little bit longer.
Move up this way and
Get
make
a little
like I'm
bit
checking this
quieter.
horse out.
And suddenly, from out of the bushes step
Damn it.
3 figures. They're wearing garb similar to what you've seen before, but they sit here and just kind of stop with one stepping forward. And it's a cloaked and hooded figure. And he nods towards you.
I'll yell, halt, state your business immediately.
He turns, he looks you over, he looks at Goldrak, and he looks to see Lorwinac on the ground, and he just shakes his head. It appears that circumstances have changed. Our master bid us away from here to start. It appears
Who the fuck are you?
we are part of an order. Our goal was to stop Havris from reaching here. But you lot proved more capable than we had originally planned. Had you not stopped us in Adderport and that night on the Cloud Song, we could have prevented much of the calamity that you fools have unleashed.
Would it not have been easier to inform us of what was going on? Would there no other recourse we would have had other than to defend him?
We left a note.
He
You
was
fuckers
not
made bad decisions, which led us to whatever we did. We did right by the 12.
the 12.
Honestly, I need to know
He just
exactly
laughed.
what you were trying to prevent. What in the hell just happened? We need to know this information.
If you want to know this information, then you can come with us.
I look at Goldrak and say, what do you want us to do? Go with them, or are you going to go on your own?
He just kind of looks at you. He looks at the horses and he looks towards the trail. He speaks up and he says, "And how do you mean to get us out of here?" He nods and motions up as you guys see a massive black-hulled airship. And you guys kind of recognize it from the clearing. But this particular airship looks very, very different. As it comes in closer, you can see and make out different things. For one thing, there's no elemental ring surrounding it.
Name your order.
Who's your keeper?
It is not for me to disclose any information to you. I am merely here to offer you a way out.
You dare
I'm going to Can I use a perception check to see if I can tell that he's being honest?
Roll an insight.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I said, you swear this is safe?
What were you saying, Derek?
You dare forsake the 12?
Who are you saying that to?
The
The guy that's
the guy who's talking to us, because he badmouthed the 12 earlier.
Yeah, he did. We are not a part of your dragon-marked houses. This is greater. We serve a force greater than the mortals that make up the dragon-marked houses.
I rolled a 20 on my insight.
All right. Actually, everyone except for Jordan. He seems pretty indifferent. He doesn't seem to care one way or another.
Well, from my perspective, indifference is honesty. So I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna look at them and say, "Excuse us for one moment," and I'm gonna move over here and kind of. I can't move for some reason.
I want to ask Goldjack. I said, how far back to the original camp? How far out are we?
It's on the other side of the temple. It took us most of the night to make it here. I'll be honest.
It's just the two camps fighting amongst themselves?
I doubt it. Whoever held Havarus and lured him here is most likely the one behind the confrontation between the houses.
I'm gonna say honestly, I think that the options we have are pretty limited. We can try to travel through this thick jungle with bad guys crawling everywhere, or we can go with them. I think we have really no choice. If we are going to stop this war, we need to know what we're dealing with. So I think we should go with them.
I think, regardless of our feelings, it would behoove us and the 12 and the servitors to see what these people are all about. We can consider it a fact-finding mission.
Understand.
Right.
Be on our toes the whole time. Is that our consensus? We're going to go with them?
Yeah, let's saddle up.
All right, I'll come back and I'll say to the fella, we made a decision. We won't go with you and get safe passage out of here.
He nods over towards the horses, and he says, "We don't have room for those. You'll have to leave your mounts."
No, we should untie them, let them free.
Yeah.
Goldrak nods, and he goes and he breaks free and does a little bit of a hia move, and the horses scatter off into the jungle, and he nods.
So from our knowledge, having an airship that's outside of that particular guild is very, it's very rare.
Well, as it starts to get closer, like I said, there's no elemental ring. As it starts to get closer, you see that it's also a very, very different shape than the previous airship that you've been on. And you're not really sure exactly what's what's powering it.
Hmm.
However, there is more of a slight, like it's not something that you've really seen necessarily before, but there is more like a dirigible type element on the top. So it looks like some type of a balloon. I like it. All right. So there's one horse remaining, and Guldrak grabs a hold of Aragnus's arm, and he motions for you to come close.
I lean into him to listen.
He says,
I'm much better at making it on my own. I'm not leaving until I either find Jack's corpse or meet up with him. We've been too long together, and I know that man. He's wily. He'll survive. He'll make it out. Go with them. I'm sure Jack will have a way to contact you.
Understood. From what we saw, I think Jack has a good chance.
I'm going to. I have a faction badge. I'm assuming it has my name on it, or I can at least carve it into it, and I'm going to give it to Goldrak. And I'm going to say, if you ever need to find us, use this badge.
I will.
he
Keep an
takes
eye
it.
out for Xanon.
If he could be saved, Jack will have saved him.
I'll say, farewell, brother.
Good luck. Watch these ones.
And with that, he turns into he turns and trots off and goes further upstream until he is gone from sight.
I'm going to go to Aragnus and say, I'm not sure if there's any like special rites we should do for Lornak, but we should at least collect some of her things to bring back to our next of kin. We should probably bury her or bring her along, I imagine.
If we have time. I look over at the
Bag.
the others.
She fit in the bag.
As he kind of looks over, he says, see to your comrade. We will meet you on board. And the rest of them head towards the airship, which is docked kind of over in this clearing down here.
Okay.
As ropes are let down and they scramble up, with just one of them staying behind to kind of help you.
Okay. I say to Regic, there's nothing I can do at this time. I will say a prayer, and we can bury her.
I will use my Move Earth spell to dig a hole to bury her.
There you go.
Yeah, excellent.
That
There you
will
go.
definitely work.
We search her body, anything that's important on
All
her.
right. So you guys find the following. You find thieves' tools.
I'm gonna write these down
Mhm.
real quick.
You find a rapier, a very finely made rapier. A set of fine clothes. 2 potions.
Oh, thank God we need potions.
And a small purse with 37 gold pieces, 22 silver,
Mm-hmm.
and 36 copper.
Okay.
There's also some other stuff like leather armor, a short bow, quiver and arrows, as well as a dagger. I don't know. She had some torches. I don't know how much you guys want to take from her.
I just want to make sure we have like any sort of identifying things to bring back to her.
One of the biggest things is a very finely like
Didn't she keep a journal or
crafted
something?
ring that shows it's a signet that you guys recognize for House Civis.
Okay, we'll just return that to her family. I guess this is our opportunity since we're alone. I think that we should cover up what we know as of right now about the battle between the two factions. Honestly, if there were no survivors, we can always just say that, whatever happened in the temple killed Thrash and Denif. I really don't think that we need to report back, when we finally get back, what exactly happened here.
I think
Information
that's
available says they wiped each other out.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'd like to report.
I think we need to speak with the servitors, however, of what happened to Avarice.
I agree with that. But at this point, this has never happened before with the 12. There's never been a war like this between houses. And
Not true. And you guys would know this. There was, many years ago, there was a house war. And this was between the houses, and it really was... So it was between some of the houses, but it was more about uprising of aberrant dragon marks.
Mm.
But there were houses that sided with a very powerful mage who, even despite this being 120 years ago, he was... there are still rumors that he is still around.
Yeah, well, also, we haven't had a war between the houses in over 100 years, so
This
this is very dangerous information.
I think we keep this from the 12 and we only share it with the servitors.
I agree.
Fair enough.
Okay.
We can't report what we didn't see.
But we should
Alright.
report something to someone when time or resources allows.
Maybe we'll catch a view on the flight out.
Yeah, this will be privileged information for now. Just keep it to ourselves if we all agree.
For anyone who asks, Havris, Xanon, Jack are missing. Or dead.
I agree. Let's move on. Let's go see what's going on. I don't want to walk in water.
It's not terribly deep, but yeah, you do get a little bit. So as you guys head down, this guy who's kind of holding the rope steady hands it to you, and he says to you, "Welcome aboard the Night Raven," and he hands you the rope.
Ooh.
And that is where we will end tonight.
That sounds spooky.
The Night Raven.
Use my athletics and climb right up. Like I made for it.
It is a ladder, so it's not like the gym rope.
Oh,
It's like a rope ladder. So this is where we'll leave off. Talking about next sessions. Normally, you guys, this week wouldn't be your normal week to play on the 14th. So your next session will be on July 28th.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
Can I
Alright.
make a vote? Like, I would much rather play on Monday if we could, or Tuesday.
And I will be traveling to Ohio July 28th.
Ah.
So,
So I'm down to do on. So Monday is out. We could do Tuesdays, but I don't know what everyone else. The problem with Monday is we've already got a commitment on Monday. I will say this: next week we are getting a 5th player.
Ooh.
Or next session rather.
Okay.
Um,
Is it a secret?
no, not necessarily. Jim McGowan is joining our game. So Derek, you don't know him, and Ryan, I don't know if you know Jim.
Met him a couple times.
Okay, so Jim Gowan, he actually knows a lot about Eberron, and when I first started the second group, he was someone that I wanted to play. Brian decided he wanted to, our Brian, not your Brian, Derek. He decided he wanted to play with the other group, but because Xandon was already deeply embedded, I decided to keep him in both groups until there was a time that was thematically appropriate, which ended up being last week.
You're the storyteller.
Yep. So,
Yarns and yarns, just like his beard.
yeah, because of that, Jim already has a game he plays in on Mondays.
Gotcha.
And that's every Monday for him. And I already told him that it would be Wednesdays. But if we wanted to move it, no.
I will be traveling on Wednesday the 28th. Sorry, I'm going to be traveling on that 29th. So
I thought it was the 29th.
yeah,
Now,
you're right.
Okay, I thought it was. I wasn't sure exactly.
You got him going for 5 minutes on this.
However, that is Tomb of Annihilation night, Matt.
I know.
So question would be, do we want to
I'm
now?
gonna stop the stream.
Yeah, go ahead and stop the stream.